Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, teach them well. And Shalom to all the sincere Akiyam that's pushing the truth and holding faith across the four corners of the earth. Shalom, Shalom. And I wanted to do a video and a breakdown on Revelation chapter 4. You know how it goes, talking about the chariots, the four, angels, seven archangels, and the throne of Yahweh and his appearance. So Yahweh desires to be edified. Start from the top. This is Revelation 4:1. It says, "After this I looked, and behold, a door was opened in heaven, and the first voice which I heard was as it were a trumpet talking with me, which said, Come up hither, and I will show thee things which must be hereafter." And John the Revelator was getting vision from who Yahweh Shai. Revelation 1:10, it says, "I was in the spirit of the Lord's day, and heard behind me a great voice as of a trumpet." And later on, it's talking about it states the depiction of Yahweh Shai, things of that nature. But that's talking about Yahweh Shai. He was showing the vision to John, as well as it says a door of heaven open. To get to that door, through Yahweh Shai, which really is the door to heaven. Through him we get salvation and may obtain it. So Yahweh Shai was revealing the things which must be hereafter, yet in times. It says, "And immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne." Yeah, he was in the spirit, meaning he was out of body. And he says, "And a throne was set in heaven, as one sat on the throne," which is our Heavenly Father Yahweh. It says, "And he that sat was to look upon." He, proven already, our Heavenly Father is a man. It says to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone, and there was a rainbow round about the throne, in sight like unto an emerald. And I'm gonna get a sardine stone. Sardine stone. Yep, Yep. He was a so-called black man. Yep. So-called, dark-skinned black man. Man of color. Jasper Stone Khan. Yep. He was a so-called dark-skinned. He was a so-called black man. He just looked like us. He was a colored person. It says, "And there was a rainbow round about the throne, in sight like unto an emerald kind." That rainbow, which symbolizes now is a bunch of wickedness, but that covenant between him and Noah, how he wouldn't flood the earth. Again, it says, "In sight like unto an emerald," because we know he has the Hertz green, like produces it's like life or something. It's like life. Yeah, I can't get it, but I forgot what scale it is, but it's like a scale when you can look into, and it that green. I think it's like 520 something, 520 something hertz or something. But when you look at that green, it's healing. Rapah. It's healing, life, things of that nature. That's why you got plants and trees, which are life, and vegetation they're green. Because it's life, and that's what Yahweh is. He's life. He is life. Yep. It says, "Around about the throne." Well, hold on, let me get precept. This is Ezekiel. Go to 1 and verse 20. Verse 27. It says, "And I saw the color of amber, The appearance of fire round about within it, from the appearance of his loins even upward, talking about Yahweh, even from the appearance of his loins even downward, I saw, as it were the appearance of fire, it had the brightness round about. It says, as the appearance of the bow, the rainbow, as it's talked about in Revelation 4 and 3, it says that is in the cloud in the day of rain. So was the appearance of the brightness round about. This was the appearance of his likeness, of the glory of the Lord. And when I saw it, I fell upon my face, and the glory of the Lord Yahweh. And when I saw it, I fell upon my face, and I heard a voice of one that spake. That's right. So that's talking about our Heavenly Father Yahweh and his appearance. As a jasper and a sardine stone, proving he's a so-called black man, a man of color. As well as had that rainbow round about as the appearance of emerald. It's that life, man. 'Cause that's what Yahweh brings, life. Where's Daniel? Daniel 7 and verse 9 says, and I beheld, so like I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the ancient of days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head was like pure real wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. That's right. It's talking about our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and how he looked in his throne. It says like a wheel within a wheel. This is John 14 and 17. It says, if you have known me, ye should have known my Father also, and from henceforth ye know him, and have seen him, kind. Because how Yahweh Shai, looks like the Heavenly Father Yahweh. They have this kind of the same characteristics. It says at verse 4, it says, and round about the throne were 24 elders. It's like 24 seats, and upon the seats I saw 24 elders sitting, clothed in white raiment, and they had on their heads crowns of gold. And when you look, 24, that's just a multiple of 12, meaning completion. It says clothed in white raiment, and they had heads on a crown of gold. The precept is going into the elect. This is Revelation chapter 18. Let me see what precept that I have. So I'm gonna butcher this. All right, this is Revelation chapter 19 and verse 8. It says, and to her, and when you go to verse 7, I'm ready first. Verse 7 says, let us be glad and rejoice, give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife have made herself ready. Yeah. And his wife is us, man, the elect in the nation of Israel. Yahweh about to be at that number. Because it says, I espouse you, to one husband, which is Yahweh by Shemel Shai, Yahweh Shai, and we're his wife, we're his bridegroom. He's come back to marriage his church, his elect, the nation of Yasharallah. Says, and to her, meaning the elect, was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white, which represents purity. For the fine linen is his righteousness, is the righteousness of the saints. That's right. Clothing that fine linen, that white, and we go around crowns, man. Yahweh by Shema Shah is gonna give us those crowns. It says that in around 2nd Ezra 3 and 7, I think. But it says, jumping back into it, and out of the throne proceeded lightnings and thunderings and voices, and there was 7 lamps of fire before the throne, which are the 7 spirits of Yahweh Shema Shai. And those 7 spirits represents what? The seven archangels. This is Tobit chapter 12 and verse 15. It says, I am Raphael, one of the seven holy angels which present the prayers of the saints, and which go in and out before the glory of the Holy One. That's right, those seven spirits represents the seven archangels of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Get another precept. This is Zechariah chapter 4 and verse 10. Says, for we have despised the day of small things, for they shall rejoice and see the plummet in the hand of Zerubbabel with those seven, they are the eyes of the Lord which run to and fro through the whole earth. Yep, that's talking about the seven archangels which run to and fro through the whole earth. You got some of them receiving the prayers of the elect, taking them with their golden censer into a sweet odor before the throne of Yahweh. It says, and before the throne there was a sea of glass like unto crystal, and in the midst of the throne and round about the throne were four beasts uh, full of eyes before it. So I can read it again. Revelation 4:6, and before the throne there was a sea of glass unto crystal, and in the midst of the throne and round about the throne were four beasts full of eyes before and behind. That's right. And what's that? That sea of glass. This is Revelation chapter 15 and verse 2, and it reads, and I saw as it was a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of Yahweh Bashmel Shai. That's right. You can liken that to the chariots, because we're gonna get beamed up into the chariots. The chariots can camouflage themselves and transparent and become transparent, where they can change, the floor and into like a reflection of what's under on the earth, as well as that firmament, man, that we're gonna stand over as well. Because we're gonna meet Yahweh Shai in the atmosphere, in the clouds. It says, and round about the throne were four beasts full of eyes before and behind. That's right. Let's talk about those, four archangels, man. Let me get a precept. This is Ezekiel chapter 1 and verse 5. It says, also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of four living creatures, and there was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man, and every one of had four faces, and every one had four wings, and their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of calf's foot, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass. Yep, and the angels are so-called colored man, or so-called black men. So that four beasts I was talking about, those particular four archangels, man, or Yahweh Shemel Shai. It says, verse 7, the first beast had was like a lion, and the second beast like a calf, and the third beast had the face of a man, and the fourth beast was like a flying eagle. That's right. And I'm gonna get what all that represents. So the lion represented ferociousness. The calf represents strength. Eagle represents swiftness, and the other one, and the fourth beast, let me go back to it. Face of the man represents the Sophia, the wisdom. It says, and four beasts had each of them 6 wings round about, six wings about him, and they were full of eyes within, and they rest not day and night, saying, Holy, 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 Lord Yahweh, Almighty, which was and is to come. That's right. And what are those six wings? That's those formation of the chariots, man. This is Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 5. It says, As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defend it also, he will deliver it, and passing over it, he will preserve it. That's right. It's going to be like formation as you look up in the sky and doves flying at V-Pack formation. That's how Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to defend Jerusalem. That's how the angels formation is set up. They set up, like doves flying, birds flying in that, that V formation. So they had, six wings, meaning those six chariots. Let me go back to Galatians 4 in my Bible. Guys, and when it says full of eyes within, it's talking about, those windows that those chariots have. You'll be able to see through it. Those, because the chariots have windows to them. So it says, and when those beasts give glory and honor and thanks to him that saith on the throne, who liveth forever and ever. It says the 24 others fall down before him that sat on the throne, and worship him that liveth forever, and cast their crowns before the throne, saying, Thou worthy, O Lord, O Yahweh, to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created. That's right. It's for his pleasure and his doing. Yahweh, that's, the Heavenly Father, and that's, who sat on the throne in Revelation 4. That's what it's talking about. That's what it's talking about. It's talking about, the four, archangels, particular four archangels. And then you got your chariots, and then you got the depiction of Heavenly Father Yahweh. Then you got his throne, which has a rainbow about, and that emerald which shines represents, life, because that's what Yahweh brings. He brings life, and as well as those chariots, man, who having six wings, meaning their formation, and our eyes within, meaning you will be able to see within it, because they had windows around about the chariots, all around them, front and back. But that Yahweh desires to be edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shemel Shai, by Shemel Kakodash, double honor to the apostles, the elders, great millstone, teaching well, and shalom to all the sisters Akim, that's pushing his truth, and faith across the four corners of the earth, shalom, shalom.